Hi, my name is Amanda, and I've been meaning to do a podcast or video cast, whatever you want to call it, for a long time, and I finally just decided that I needed to quit procrastinating and do it. So, I live on the coast of New Hampshire, and I really enjoy knitting, and so I just wanted to do a show. Okay. We'll start off with, I have a bunch of socks that I finished while I was on vacation a couple weeks ago. I took 2 pairs of socks that were started. Like, I had more than just a toe started. And then I brought the yarn for 2 pairs of socks where I just started the toe, and I finished one pair completely. One pair I forgot to bring the color for the cuff, so I couldn't finish it, and so I did what I could. And then I had a pair that I had just started one toe before we left. I got them done up until the point where I just needed to do the cuffs, and then I got another sock halfway. I have the foot done on one of them. So the first pair are these. I had gotten a bunch of the Patons Kroy Sock, because I really like the yarn, and so I just matched up a bunch of colors for the toes, heels, and cuffs. So it's only one ball of the color yarn. So I finished, this was the pair that I forgot the color for the cuff. So when we got home, I did the cuff. There's this one, which is the pair I finished on vacation. I actually finished them on one of our trips. We were in Kansas City, Missouri. It was one of the times we were going out to Topeka that I finished these ones. And then these ones are the ones that I had started on vacation. I had one of these little white toes done, and then I managed to knit up, because I knit from the toe, do the heel, and then I start the other toe and do the heel, and then I knit as far as I can with the ball yarn, and then I do the cuffs. So I literally knit from here and here on vacation, and I came home and I did the cuffs. Those were the 3 things that I finished lately. And I am a knitter who has a bunch of projects. I think I counted this morning and I have 25. And I'm okay with that. And so I'm only showing what I've worked on, because there's just too much. I'm not dragging them all out, and I've been working on knitting down stuff that I've already started, so hopefully I'll show stuff as I work on it. Right now I have is a bunch of socks. So this pair, this is the other pair from vacation. I had the black toe done, and so I knit up to here, and I did the heel, and then I started the other toe, and I started the foot. So it's always a mess. I start the one sock out of the center, and then I start the other out of the other side. So I have a ton of sock needles that I have all these things on. that's one project I have going. And then after finishing all the socks, I started a bunch of little toes for new socks. So like I have this toe. It's gonna go with this yarn. And I cast on a little red toe to go with this yarn. I cast on the white toe, and I actually started working on this the other night. It was a little dark in the apartment, and I didn't want to turn on the light because, yeah, I work a later shift, so when I get home it's dark, and I just wanted to knit on something for a little bit. So I just pulled this out and started knitting on it. And then, so those are just the basic socks that I have going. And it's all that Patons Kroy Sock. Because what I had done is I had made a bulk order. I had bought like all the colors that were available that I didn't already own, and then I matched coordinating socks for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And I've been knitting on it for a couple years now, and I'm like down to the last like 7 balls of it, which makes me happy, but it makes me sad because I'm happy because then I can work on other yarn I have, but then it makes me sad because they still haven't come out with new colors, so it's literally like I've knit all the yarn that I can from them. But I've also been working on, for Christmas, my mother gave me the Knit Crate Sock Club. She's done this for a couple years, so I've been trying to knit through some of those because obviously I love socks. I have a ton of them. So, I mean, yeah, I could knit other things, but I like them. And they're portable, which is really nice. So I can take them with me. And so I've been working on some of the groups. So, like this one is from December of 2019. When they were still actually mailing out the paper booklets. And it is the Holly Socks. That's what they're supposed to look like. And it is Uru.Yarn. And the colorway is Sleigh Bells. And let's see, I started writing down the month and year on the hanks of yarn just to keep it in color. And so I have, it's nice gray, like a bluish gray. So I have that, and I did the foot, which is really pretty, and it's obviously a little hard to see. And it is, you increase for the heel, and then you do a heel flap while you work almost like the gusset of things. So I'm on that on the first sock, but I'm enjoying it. This is the one that I work on lunch at work, so I just keep it in a bag that I take back and forth to work, and gives me something to do on my lunch. And then the other project that I have is crisscross socks, and this one is it was from April of 2020, and this was the yarn, and it's in colorway Wisteria. So this one. It's the colorway. And this one is a top down, so I did the leg. Look at that there. That's the, there's the leg. It's cables, which is really pretty. And I've done the heel flap, and the heel turn, and I'm slowly knitting out the gusset. And I don't do the gusset completely to pattern. I really like the fish lips, or not the fish lips, that's what I do on these ones, is fish lips kiss heel socks. I've gotten that one down. But these on like a gusset, I really like the style from the Breaking Heart sock, which I've made a ton of. And instead of doing it on the side, it has you do it on the bottom. And it just really seems to fit nice. So I do like the first, and I'm not good at picking up the recommended amount of stitches. I just pick up what feels comfortable and I think looks good, and then I just decrease to what I need to get to. So I do the original set of decreases, and then I go back and start on the outside and work back in until I get to the number that I need to. So it almost creates like a double set of decreases on the heel, but it fits my foot really nice. So that's that. The only one, this is the only one that's on a different size needle. It's on the recommended, where is it? 2.275 millimeter or US 2 needle. The rest of them are all knit on the 2.25 or US 1. I did work on, I have this flag blanket that I've been working on for a while, and I did finally finish knitting the main part of the flag, which showing is not going to be possible because it's just going to be a giant blob of yarn in red, white, and blue. I need to knit now 50 stars and sew those on and hide all the strings, and then that will be done. But it's like 6 feet long and like over 4 feet wide, so it is huge. So if anyone watches this, thank you. I know I've watched many of people's first podcasts, and usually it's a little rough. So if you watch it, thank you. And hopefully I continue. Bye.